whatnot, how you want to be in the relationship, just keep chipping away at that. Sometimes it might be rapidly that you need to make changes, and other times it might just be chipping away. Like I think at the moment we just chip away because I feel our relationship's great.
Yep.
But in order to not make it stale, is the word, is there's always things that we can do, or playful things that we can do, or random things that we can do to make sure that we do prioritize the relationship.
Yeah.
I think another important thing is not to overstretch yourself financially.
Live within your means.
Yeah, live within your means. I think that's a huge
important
one. I only just say that because our mortgage has doubled.
Yeah, I mean,
not like our repayment, sorry, not the actual mortgage itself.
We came to the decision that we wanted to buy an investment property. But I was so scared because we could have bought a more expensive.
Yeah, anyway.
We could have bought a more expensive property, but we decided
what's not going to impact our quality of life.
Exactly. And I think that was the best decision, especially now that the interest rates have gone.
Pumping. I think, a lot of people...
And we're still within our means. I mean, it sucks that they're going up, but I just feel so grateful that we didn't, try and show off and buy the best possible house that we could afford. Instead we decided to go something reasonable, quite under our means, which was,
Well, I think that's...
has allowed us the freedom.
Because, I think it's so important, once again, as a relationship, what's important to you, and it's not just about the finances. It's, once again, if you're both stressed, the relationship's going to suffer. We don't want to suffer. Like, the most important thing at the end of the day is a relationship, and we're no good to anyone if we have kids or friends and family if we're barking at each other and not liking how our relationship is. Am I boring you?
Told you 6 a.m. is too early for me.
But it's I think it's another thing for people to be aware of within the relationship. So especially where we live in Newstead, it's like people love going out for dinners, love having the nice cars, all of those sorts of things. But if it's putting financial stress on you, you got to really ask yourself, is it worth? Because eventually it's going to take a toll on your relationship. Financial stress is huge for people. So be mindful and just go, okay, well, for what reason am I going out for dinner, or do I need the car? Is it to entertain people? Is it to catch up with people? Okay, well, how can I do that in a more affordable way? Yeah. And then you just got to get creative. Yeah,
agree.
What other points do we have? We've spoken communication. We've spoken holding grudges. We've pretty much nailed it. Taking your partner for granted. Growing together. Well, we've pretty much, I think.
Well, I think we need to do something together, like a hobby together. We kind of have done it. Like this year, we've both been taking guitar lessons. Like we've got that in common.
And I'm shredding.
Lucky's shredding. I'm shredding too.
Yeah.
I mean, I can already play guitar, but it's been fun to have someone also doing it in the house. Yeah. So it's like, oh, have you done your guitar today? It's like, yeah, have you?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, so that's been kind of fun. And also the running. I'm not a runner, but I've decided to do Lockie's Gazelle program. Because I just hate running, and I feel like I'm really, really strong in the gym, and I probably, if running's not in the workout, I smash it, but then as soon as they're like, and now run up and down the street, I'm like, no. And then I'm like the last in the class. So I was like, okay, I need to improve running. It's the biggest hurdle for me. Yep. And I really love it when you come running with me, which must be so boring for you because I'm way slower than you, but it's just like encouraging to have someone and your partner. Yeah.
Bit of eye candy to look at.
Except for yesterday when you left me in the dirt.
Well, it was a 20-minute for time. We're literally running to the street and back. Yeah. It was like you could still see me. You weren't going to get
in the distance.
Yeah, in the distance. But I think, what would be another hobby we could do together that you would like? Not shopping.
I would like to do like some cooking.
We can do cooking. I've been cooking a storm up. When you were in Nashville, I was cleaning up in the kitchen.
Yeah, but it'd be cool to do some lessons together. Like I don't think I'm the best. I can cook, but not anything.
All right, I'm keen. And what about some hikes? I would love to do some hikes together.
What else is there?
Well, I think it's fun because at the end of the day, you're going to look back and go, how awesome was that sunrise?
What about some
bit of give and take
road trips?
Oh, I'm down for that as well.
I'd rather that. I just find...
Well, it's the same thing. You can road trip to a hike.
Bit over hiking.
What would you do for your road trip then? What would that entail?
Remember we did the Great Ocean Road?
That was gnarly. That was heaps of fun.
We did it in a juicy van.
We'll do a big one overseas next year.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. maybe New Zealand or we could even just do Tassie.
Yeah, Tassie would be fun. Well, yeah. So final note is make sure you
I don't know how much that's like growing.
do have hobbies together. Well, I think it is because you're living life together.
Yeah, true.
Because it is fun to hear you come back and speak about things that you've been doing, and I hope it's fun for you to hear what I've been doing. But when you're actually creating those memories together, like the Great Ocean Road, we have all these funny stories that no one else will get. Like when we'll pull the bed out and just play cards on the floor, drinking red wine out of sippy cups.
Yeah. Love that.
On the side of the highway, like not the highway, but like, so I think it is fun. You are growing because you're investing in your relationship. I think I've said I think a lot of times, but I think a lot, don't I? However, people feel that unless they're progressing to something financially or career-wise, they're not growing.
Yeah.
I think that's a really bad misconception. I think we need to address. Every time I'm saying I think now, I'm like, stop it. But yeah, we do need to really understand that we are growing in so many different areas.
Yeah, not just financially.
What bit of advice would you give for a relationship before we wrap it up?
To any relationship?
Yeah. Any let's say under 1 year.
Under 1 year.
Under 1 year.
Oh. That's hard. Because I want to say, over 1 year communication. We've already said that though. Yeah. Under 1 year.
Shagging, plenty of it.
Yeah, that's yours.
That's for over 1 year as well. Don't let that die.
Oh, I think just making sure you're treating the person right. You're staying committed. If they're the right one for you. Because I can imagine these days with Tinder and all sorts of things, like temptation would be
rife.
That's a hard one for under 1 year. What would you say?
I would have to agree with you there. I think I hear of people who are like, I'm going on this Tinder date, but I've also got one lined up next week. I'm like, what?
Not even giving it a chance.
Yeah, like if you're going to just give your attention where it is, because otherwise you'll be on that date thinking about the next one is like, I wonder if the next one could be better.
How are you ever going to get to know someone?
Yeah, it's like any relationship. If you're in, go all in. You obviously run the risk of getting more emotional pain if it doesn't work, which is what I think a lot of people are fearful of. However, how are you going to really know if it was the right one for you if you don't go all in? It's a risk you got to be prepared to take.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is, I guess, a few key points to summarize. What were they? Don't take your partner for granted. So be mindful of keeping it fun and thinking about the things that you really enjoyed when you first got together, because that's what's going to really...
And little things go a long way.
Yeah, really help you for a long, sustainable... we've been together 9 years. So we can talk about... we're nearly at our long service leave.
Oh, what does that entail?
Just a holiday together.
More time together.
Yeah. Not holding grudges, so making sure you communicate effectively before you build up that resentment, or, it's I'll only do that if you do this sort of business. It's like, if you want the relationship to thrive, eventually, sometimes you'll be taking 75% of the slack, I'll be doing 25. Roles will reverse at some point. Communication, just making sure you're communicating honestly with yourself and your partner, and growing together. So building a life together. Having hobbies together, as Amy mentioned, as well, as a important one. We've got the guitar, and we're about to do road tripping again, apparently. So that should be fun. Cooking would be fun. I'll leave that you to organise that, and we'll do that.
Okay.
Well, thank you for coming on once again.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for listening.
Number 4, episode 4. Not episode 4, but the 4th time you've been on. It? Yeah.
Good to be back.
Really raking up the views on the Man That Can project. Guys, remember, ratings and reviews go a long way. Like, share, subscribe. And if you would like to find out more about how you can work with the Man That Can project, head over to our website, themanthatcanproject.com/strong men of value. And we will look forward to reading your applications. Ciao.